Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anis Atirah binti Zulkifli. My matric number is A1880059. Today, I want to present about the nature business of Pavilion REIT. Pavilion Real Estate Investment Trust is the one of big company of estate investment trust in Malaysia. The main location is Wilayah Persekutuan, and our company is registration on 7 April 2011. The company registration number is 093949. The nature of business is to manage and administer pavilion activity. The company also have a two type of real estate investment trust, which is income and growth. The vision and mission. The vision of Pavilion is to be the lending and most sought after real estate investment trust in Malaysia. The mission is to provide unitholder with regular and stable distribution as well as to achieve long-term growth in net asset value per unit and maintaining a capital structure.
Business of SUNWAY REIT which is SUNWAY REIT is a short name from SUNWAY Real Estate Investment Trust. The main location of the company is at Lembah Kelang, Pulau Pinang and Perak. SUNWAY REIT's assets are primarily located in Sunway City, Selangor. The assets include Sunway Pyramid Hotel, Sunway Clio Property, Sunway Tower, Sunway Medical Center and Sunway University and College Campus. At the beginning of a transformative vision in 1980, there is a collaboration between Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Jeffrey Cheah, the founder and chairman of Sunway Group, and Tan Sri Sabaruddin Chi, the Culture, Art and Tourism Minister. Sunway Lagoon is one of the most celebrated theme parks in the country with over 90 rides and attractions catered for all ages. The amazing Sunway City is one of the most preferred tourist destinations in Southeast Asia with 7 key components, which is retail, hospitality, leisure, education, healthcare, residential, and commercial. In 2015, the Bus Rapid Transit Sunway line used eco and disabled-friendly electric buses which ride on a dedicated and elevated.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hari Farhana. My matric number is A1880165. So today I'm going to talk about financial analysis, the horizontal analysis. I'm gonna interpret it for Pavilion. So there is like 14 ratio altogether, and it has different ability for the firm to reflect. So the first one is current ratio. So the current ratio is for the firm to reflect their ability to pay their short-term obligation on time, while current ratio is for to let them see how they pay their short-term obligation without relying on inventory. So the net working capital, the highest one is basically in 2016, where the value is 167,640 ringgit Malaysia. So the fourth is inventory turnover, where the highest is also in 2016, where it indicates the effectiveness of inventory to generate sale, with the value is 21019. Next is average collection period, where the highest ratio is in 2018, with the value is 0.027. That indicate that the firm has the problem to collecting debt. So the next one is basically account receivable turnover, where the highest is 2016, with the value is 9.10. That reflect the effectiveness of collecting receivable. So the next one is fixed assets turnover, total asset turnover, debt ratio, debt to equity. The highest ratio is probably in 2018. So the fixed asset turnover is just the same with total asset turnover. It reflects how the asset ability to generate sale. So for debt ratio and debt to equity, it show the higher amount of debt for the company. So the next one is gross profit margin. The highest one is 2016. Same goes with net profit margin, return on asset, return on equity. It's just the same. The highest one is probably in 2016. So net profit margin show the better income to shareholder, return on asset indicate higher return on firm investment, and last but not least, return on equity indicate the high return for shareholder. So I think that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farhana binti Ilham and my matric number is A18A0567. Sunway has 0.0957 of current ratio for 2016, 0.057 for 2017 and 0.0826 for 2018. So for 2016, Sunway show higher ratio shows their ability to pay its short-term obligation on time. Sunway quick ratio is the same with current ratio due to no inventory. Working capital for Sunway in 2016 is Rm 902,977. For 2017 is Rm 2,417,794 and 2018 is 2,556,450. Average collection period in 2017, Sunway show higher ratio with 0.066, indicates that it has problem in collecting debt. Account receivable turnover in 2018, Sunway higher ratio is 17.85, reflect the effectiveness in collecting receivable. Fixed asset turnover, Sunway shows higher ratio in 2017 with 0.0819 that reflect the effectiveness of fixed asset to generate sales. Total asset turnover, Sunway shows higher ratio in 2017 with 0.08 that reflect the effectiveness of total asset to generate sales. Debt ratio, 42% of debt ratio in 2018 shows that higher amount of debt to finance asset. Debt of quality, 134.7% of that ratio in 2018 shows that higher amount of debt. Gross profit margin, gross profit in 2016 is the higher ratio with 113% indicates that the higher contribution margin. Net profit margin higher ratio is 2018 with 74.6% better income to shareholder. Return in asset highest ratio is 2017 with 6.2% indicates higher return on firm investment. Return on equipment shows highest ratio in 2016 with 10% indicate higher return on shareholder.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Qudwatan Arifah binti Hashim. Matric number is 18A0785. Today I will present physical analysis 2018 between Pavilion rate and Sunway rate. Firstly, current ratio for Pavilion rate is 0.514 and Sunway rate is 0.0826. Secondly, quick ratio for Pavilion rate is 0.511 and Sunway rate is 0.0826. Thirdly is net working capital for Pavilion rate is negative 437,753. For Sunway REIT is negative 2,556,415. Next is average return over for Pavilion REIT is 153.40 and for Sunway REIT is 0. Next is average collection period for Pavilion REIT is 0.027 and Sunway REIT is 0.056. Account receivable turnover for Pavilion REIT is 5.98 and Sunway Pyramid is 17.85. Next is fixed asset turnover for Pavilion REIT is 0.082 and for Sunway REIT is 0.0785. Pavilion REITs for total asset turnover is 0.076 and Sunway REIT is 0.0779. Next is debt ratio for Pavilion REIT is 0.374 and debt ratio for Sunway REIT is 0.42. Next is debt to equity for Pavilion REIT is 0.598 and for Sunway REIT is 1.347. Next is gross profit margin for Pavilion REIT is 1.14 and for gross profit margin for Sunway REIT is 0.978. Last but not least is net profit margin for Pavilion REIT is 0.583 and net profit margin for Sunway REIT is 0.746. And for return on asset for Pavilion REIT is 0.045 and return on asset for Sunway REIT is 0.0568. Lastly, return on equity for Pavilion REIT is 0.073 and return on equity for Sunway REIT is 0.098. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sharifah Nurul Ragwan binti Syed Mustafa and my matrix number is A18A0829. My part is conclusion. I will now present my part. Sunway and Pavilion can improve the performance of their organization by taking care of improving the quality of its employees. Employees' loyalty is significant because workers feel they have no remorse for serving inside the company and find it to be their best decision according to Loyalty Study Center 2002. When a company has problem, it should be resolve the problem wisely, not only focusing on short term but also long term. This is to enable the company to see their flaws in solving problems in terms of personality, processes, procedures, and products. This issue will focus on work-life balance that includes job satisfaction, commitment, and work stress. Currently, the outbreak of COVID-19 is a deterrent to all businesses worldwide, resulting in declining businesses growth, so that some businesses need to be terminated due to the company financial imbalance. However, Sunway and Pavilion must not lose sight of other future threats. COVID-19 is not the only challenges to the future, and sometimes when coping with a crisis, they occupy their focus. For example, cybersecurity should always be a top priority. Cyber attack can easily access company data if data is not protected. Every company with an online platform needs to be invest in sophisticated information security initiative, including firewalls, secure communication, protection against data leakage, and protection against ransomware. Additionally, antivirus application can be used and patched periodically to help secure endpoints. To expect an IT department to mitigate all the IT security risks is no longer realistic. Both companies of employees need to be prepared to raise awareness about particular risks and the probability that they will fall prey to attack by social engineering. That's all from me. Thank you.